Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm doing a reading for Saturday, August 30th, 2025. And I've decided that I'm doing something a little new with my swag back here, my little string lights. I thought that would be a nice addition because then I won't be surrounded by this blank wall behind me. And if these lights don't work out, then I think that what I'll do is hang up some pictures of cross stitch that I have made. So let's get started. So I'm trying to get an idea of what everyone has been going through. I tried to do a reading, but my lights fell down and I had to fix it. So that happened mid-reading and I was not too pleased about that. So I hope this stays up this time, the lights. I hope everyone is staying dry because it's rainy and soggy and humid. So let's get going. So as you well know, I do not like to read the first card immediately when I pull it because I like to have context when it comes to the readings that I do. A couple fell out. Oh, very nice. So the first three, we have the Six of Swords. We have Justice and Temperance. And I feel that with a lot of these cards, we've been getting a lot of similar cards lately, like a lot of common themes for these readings. And so I think with the Six of Swords, combined with Justice and Temperance, you're really leaving behind things that no longer serve you. So I think in terms of this reading, you know, you're kind of coming into your own and seeing a sense of justice for yourself. And you're realizing at the same time that in order to do this, you have to kind of go with the flow and be really kind of patient with yourself because this will not happen overnight. Like I've said before, a lot of the things that we go through, we want it to happen like right now. It's so important that it happens now, but a lot of things that we do take time and effort, and it kind of stinks because like no one wants to hear that. This is a talkative deck today, so we have the Nine of Wands. Right, so this is all about like feeling like you have a responsibility to yourself. Like you're almost there, you're almost done with sort of old habits that, you know, you are not happy about maybe, or certain things that are in your life that, again, no longer serve you. So I think that it's important to realize that, like, yes, this will take time, but you're almost there. So I think that's really positive for you, for everyone. Right, so we have the Ace of Swords. Again, another theme card for us. We're moving forward in a new way of thinking, and that is underneath the Six of Swords as well. So it's kind of interesting because it's like you're leaving this stuff behind that you don't want anymore, that you want to let go of. And at the same time, you're also thinking to yourself, okay, like I can do this, I can move on. So, you know, it's really good, I think, that this is really coming to fruition for you. and that, you know, you're really starting to see yourself in a different light, and that maybe others will see you in a different light too. The Seven of Wands. It's important to remember that sharing with other people can be a gift or a blessing, but also a curse at the same time. So I think this card and this reading in particular is about really knowing who to trust in this instance, to really like think about who can you tell that you really trust wholeheartedly that will not sort of leave you behind or abandon you on your quest for knowledge or whatever this journey may be. So I think you're going to get some help from some people. So we have the King of Pentacles. I mean, it could be financial help. It could be some kind of like physical help, or anything like, okay, all right, I'm getting it. It's a brainwave. So it's this person, this King of Pentacles, is someone that you can definitely tell that will support you in this new endeavor, whatever it is that you're going to do. And see, like, in the image, he's kind of, his hand over here, he's kind of like, here, take my hand. So I think in that instance, he's very supportive of who you are and what you're going to do. And it could be a partnership of some kind, because we have the Two of Wands. Again, another theme card. This is very fitting because, you know, I think with this person, this King of Pentacles who's going to help you, will really kind of like bring in some kind of like new passion for you. And it's kind of like this project that you've been dreaming of, this sort of new adventure, this new kind of way of thinking of leaving old habits behind that no longer serve you, and this is a new kind of venture that potentially may serve you in the future. So we'll see how this pans out. This seems really interesting so far. Oh, and I think I forgot to mention that I got so distracted by my my lights falling down that if none of this resonates with you, then please move on. Better late than never, I suppose. But let's find out more about this story, because I definitely want to know more. I'm going to pull a clarifier card because we have the Devil. I think in this instance, the Devil represents the shadow self, the self that doesn't want you to move forward and to move on. He's a trickster, very sneaky. Like, he really does not want you, or this inside sort of shadow self does not want you to move on because it's uncomfortable. It's going to be an uncomfortable situation for a while. But I don't get the sense that anyone will like turn on you, especially the King of Pentacles figure that you tell. will help guide you. Gosh, okay. So I think two extra cards fell out. So basically, after I pulled the one after the devil, the Two of Pentacles, right? This is a partnership with the King of Pentacles, right? He's going to kind of help guide you through whatever this is. And then we have the Eight of Cups. So it's important to remember that you can trust certain people to help you on your way through this journey, through this sort of new way of thinking and believing in yourself. And then you have the Emperor. This guy's all about logic and, kind of tough love and compassion in that way. I think he is more of like I'm getting, like, he's more of a hard ass, kind of. Like, he really wants you to succeed and be logical in what you're doing. And I think, in a way, that kind of is like the, tough love kind of guy, but he's similar to the devil in the way that he's very critical. So I think that it's important also to remember that, like, with the Eight of Cups, yeah, you can feel kind of like that you may have a lot of options, but I think that in the end it's going to finally be like a sort of beneficial and self-serving kind of thing, like in a positive way. So I'll pull a couple more cards because I just really want to know a little bit more. This is a fascinating read. Yeah. And we have the World. So the World is all about, like, coming out on top. Like, you are blessed in this sense because you may have these sort of second thoughts for leaving behind whatever no longer serves you, with the Six of Swords, and then, like, you're getting a sense of justice and time with, justice and temperance, and then, like, all of these kinds of passions and, like, the Seven of Wands, like, this is really all about how things will fall in place for you. And I think the Emperor is great because he's kind of like this sort of, I'm getting like the sacred masculine kind of energy of the Emperor. And the devil is more about, like, yourself, like your sort of internal struggle, where you go kind of back and forth. So I think that, like, the Emperor is important in the sense of that you're sort of teaming up with this King of Pentacles, right? That you can, like, make this partnership work and think about it, like, think it through. So I'm going to do a top and bottom read after I shuffle because I think I showed the bottom deck or bottom card of the deck. So I'm going to do a top and bottom shuffle. And then I think what I'm going to do is an oracle card reading. So we will get on with it. Okay. So the top is the Three of Swords. We're leaving past traumas behind, right? And the bottom is the Chariot. With enough determination, you can get through this. Anything is possible when you set your mind to something and when you pull things together and make it happen. So with this reading, there's a lot of forward movement and like leaving things behind that, you know, just like I have said, no longer serve you, and that just really are a positive kind of outcome for you. So, right. I think that's a great reading for today. And I'm going to do a reading from the Citadel deck. I'm going to try and find out who this King of Pentacles character is and see like what oh gosh, I wish I had my my little notepad, but this King of Pentacles character, I really want to know more about him. So the Citadel deck is like an archetype deck, and you can use it in like tabletop gaming or like, you know, Dungeons and Dragons, Magic the Gathering, anything like that. So I think like it's a really cool deck. So the question I'm going to ask, like, I have a list of like different questions that I ask about like certain archetypes, about like what this person is like. But I'm going to skip a couple because I don't think that this guy or this person is really a negative influence in your life, but I could be wrong. So let's see. I'm gonna ask like, what is I think the question I'm going to ask is, what is the King of Pentacles relationship to, no, gosh, I can't remember it, but it will come to me. I think, what is his or her or their, what is this person's nature? What is this person's true nature? Okay. That's what I'm gonna ask. Okay, so we got the Waker. That's about awareness and reflection. And that is part of the court suit. And each of these, remember in another video I did, it was each of the triangles represents a suit in the minor arcana. So, you know, wands, cups, swords, and pentacles. So, the Waker is part of the court, and that is about awareness and reflection. So I'm just going to read a brief kind of, you know, sort of excerpt from this. And yeah, so okay, right now it's important to practice awareness of your surroundings. Current events and the lives of those around you can be overwhelming, but you're only ever seeing part of the story. The ability to think critically and ask key questions is an important skill. Be perceptive about the situations happening around you and trust your own gut before acting. Inner and outer events are connected. So this card, I don't know if I showed you, but there's like an eye in the middle. I don't know if you can even see it. So I think that's very apt. So this guy or person is really kind of guiding you, and this is a good type of person. So my next question will be, what is this person's relationship to truth? And I mean, you know, truth is subjective, right? So take what you will and leave the rest. What is this person's relationship to truth? One more shuffle. Interesting. We got the witch, and the witch is part of the troop suit, and the key words are, experimentation and rebellion. I don't necessarily think that this is a negative card, and let's just double and look. So the world is full of old wisdom, but some advice is too outdated for the modern lives we live now. Tradition is a set of guides, not a strict rule book. If you find that you're being held back by how you should approach a situation, break from tradition and forge your own route. Surround yourself with others who think outside the box and embrace a new tradition. That is very interesting. So this person is all about like kind of finding their own way through life, and sort of like it says, experimenting with, the unknown, just kind of going with the flow, right? That's what temperance is all about. So let's see. I think the last question I'll ask is, what is my intuition telling me about this person? And I think I'll conclude from there. So, what is my intuition telling me about this person? What is my intuition telling me? So we've got the Smith, and the keywords are overthinking and taking action. And that is part of the crowd, the suit. So the Smith, pardon me, there's something on your mind that you've been planning for a long time, and though it may be easier to keep putting it off, the time for action is here. What did I say, right? By continuing to overthink things, you're going to miss your opportunity. Seize the day and get to it. You'll feel so much lighter afterwards, right? So this reading, I think, is helpful in the sense that, like, this person is really trying to help you move forward and to take action, right? We have the reading with the wands and like passion and a lot of like swords, so thought, a lot of that going there. I think that it's important to remember, like, we're really only here to make ourselves happy. Like, who cares about anyone else, right? Like, so it's just one of those things, I think, that can really just, it may be scary. And I think that the unknown in general is a scary thing. So take that leap of faith, right? So that is all I have for you today. And I think that was a pretty good reading, if I don't say so myself. So let's do this. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.